Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. It's been a few months since my last video and I just kind of want to explain what's been going on. I guess you could say I've been inactive because I've been really busy with stuff like school and, well, school, but that's not the entire truth. I've been active. I've been working on stuff. I've been trying to make new videos and I was just never happy with anything I made. I would get back from class every day and work on new scripts for videos and make music for those videos and edit the videos and I finished one. It was a video I've been wanting to make for a long time and I was really passionate about the idea, but I hated what I made for some reason and I really hated it. So I went back to the drawing board and I rewrote the script, made new music and made a new edit for the video. And I finished that and I still kind of hated it. And I just really wanted it to be good. So I did it again and again and I made like 4 versions, which took so much time and energy from me, and I never felt good enough about what I'd made to upload it, especially because it was an idea that I was really passionate about and I really wanted it to be perfect. And I got conflicted about whether or not it was me being a perfectionist or whether or not I just wanted it to be really good, and whether or not being a perfectionist is even a bad thing or not. So that was just going on in my mind every single day, on and on. Was this good enough? Was this not good enough? Could I trust myself? And when you spend a lot of time with something and you care about it very much and you want it to be the best version it could possibly be before you let it out into the world, it kind of becomes a part of you, and it kind of becomes, it's, you just want it to be good, you know. You just really want it to be good because it, if it is so personal, if it is a part of you, then you would want it to be the best version of itself, and to avoid all the disappointment and embarrassment and all the other ments that are possible. But but perfect work is different from good work. Good work is, good is good. Good is real and attainable and in the realm of possibilities. But perfect is this elusive desire we came up with in our minds to impress. To impress people and to impress ourselves and prove to the world that we are good at what we do. And it doesn't always come from a bad place. And sometimes it's hard to know if perfectionism is maybe just a good thing, but I don't think so anymore. I feel like it can hold you back in a lot of ways. And perfectionism doesn't just happen overnight. It's a habit and a mindset that we grow up with because, you know, when you're young and you're trying to, let's say, get your parents' attention or prove to someone that you're worthy of recognition and love and time, you kind of just, it becomes a part of you, always trying to prove something and always trying to avoid having anything that could possibly bring you some criticism and possibly damage your self-image. Or it's like perfectionism is kind of like a coping mechanism in that way. Kind of like something you do not because you really want to do it, but because you feel like you have to do it to protect yourself. I've been reading a bit recently. Books are good for you, kids. Makes your brain bigger. I've learned a lot from this Japanese ideology called wabi-sabi, and it kind of highlights the fact that there is so much beauty and so much joy in things that are imperfect and incomplete, and the fact that nature and everything around us is incomplete and imperfect, and yet there is so much joy and so much beauty in those things. And physical things cannot be perfect, but moments can, like momentary stillness and unspoken words, that kind of stuff. But when we search for perfectionism in our work and in physical things and in other people and in ourselves, it it never leads to anything good. And maybe if we stop trying so hard to be perfect, to one up ourselves every single time, and to make everything we make a masterpiece, maybe we can feel a lot more joyful and a lot more happy about what we make. But on the other hand, after my entire demonization of perfectionism, I feel like trying to completely rid ourselves of perfectionism is just another it's just going to be another manifestation of that same perfectionism. You're going to start trying to be a perfectionist about ridding yourself of perfectionism. So it's a cycle, and if we keep chasing that completeness, that we will never never be complete. So maybe instead of trying to rid ourselves of perfectionism entirely, we can teach ourselves to identify when we're being perfectionists and when we're trying too hard to impress people and when we're trying to prove something. And we can better manage these feelings and better handle those situations that hold us back so often. There's a few things I've learned about this whole thing recently, and I'd just like to share them with you. Nothing is ever complete, and there is inherent beauty in that incompleteness, that controlled human mess. And often, making your ideal work may be a lot harder than you expect, and that's not a sign for you to give up or doubt yourself. And not everything has to be done the fastest way, and sometimes allowing a project to grow and evolve in a direction you didn't plan is not always a bad thing. Heck, the video I wanted to make for so long, I ended up turning it into a newsletter article, and I was way happier with it like that. It was such a burden to like just let it go and just take it off my shoulders and just put it out in some form and just move on to better things. And yeah, having high standards only becomes a problem when we don't prepare ourselves adequately for the task that lies ahead of us. Like, honestly, I wanted to make that video in a month maximum, even though I was busy with school, and there's so many factors in life that we can't control, but I gave myself that tight goal, and when I couldn't accomplish that, I felt defeated and I felt really bad. Maybe if we prepare ourselves for hardship and for things being harder than we expect, maybe we'll be more equipped to handle those feelings and handle everything really, and just maybe we can be a lot happier when we stop trying to make everything the fastest way, the most perfect way. And yeah, if we can just let go of that need to be perfect, maybe we'll be a lot happier. So yeah, I just thought I'd share that with you. I've been working on a lot of different stuff recently, and I'm really excited about that. But it's also been really hard, and yeah, it's been tough making stuff. Like starting YouTube this year was such a cool thing, and it's been really fun and really hard. But I'm gonna keep going, I think, and trying to make good stuff. So yeah, stay tuned for that. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you're doing well. Thanks for watching. Love you. Bye.